that are going to be a better environment for you and your family, I think we have everyone's attention. We're excited to be able to introduce these brand new Safe Haven antimicrobial sheet sets to you today. Tom Finn is joining me. Tom, good to see you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to have you here. Tom has spent 30 years in the healthcare industry as an analyst and a writer. You know an awful lot about antimicrobial sheets, but tell me why we would want antimicrobial sheets.
Well, when you think about, just think in terms of in our kitchens. Mm-hmm. And all the time we spend keeping the countertops clean,
right?
All of our cooking surfaces, and you know that's where we eat. It's important. Now let's go to the bathroom,
right?
And we do the same thing there.
Making sure it's always clean,
right? Make sure it's clean. Why not the same sense of urgency for our bedding?
Exactly.
Where we spend more than a third of our life.
Sure.
And oh, by the way, not to mention that we've got pets in and out, right?
Oh, of course.
Kids in and out.
Yeah.
Come home from the airport, throw the suitcase on there, right?
On the bed, right? And where's that bed? All over the place,
don't want to
right?
think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Not to mention dragged in and out of hotels. So we're talking about that's why you would want antimicrobial sheets. Now let's talk about what these are and how they are antimicrobial.
What's the trick here is this. I mean, we can start with there's a proprietary formulation of natural antimicrobials that are highly effective at reducing germs that cause odors. That's one.
They're inherent in the fabric, is that
yes,
right?
yes. They're actually intimate to the fabric. They're intrinsic to the yarn itself.
Right.
So even before the yarn is woven into the fabric, it's there.
That's wild.
It's not only effective against, again, the germs that cause odors, but the big trick here is these will actually inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria.
Such as?
Well, the headliners are, for example, staph,
and E. coli in your sheets and your pillowcases. Now, that's all the technical science that we're talking about. Let's remember also that these are beautiful sheets. This is a 100% polyester product. When you see this hand and feel it, you'd be hard-pressed to understand that it was an all-polyester product. But when you think about performance sports apparel, you know you're talking about 100% polyester garments that are durable, made to last, but also be comfortable to wear. This is what it's all about. And look at the fluidity of this fabric. Look at how beautifully it puddles on the bed and creates that softness and that wonderful luxuriousness that we're after with sheets. And with a sheet set here, Tom, we're talking a flat sheet, a fitted sheet, one pillowcase in the twin, two in the full queen, king, and cow king. Those are the sizes I have for you. And here are the colors. So this is on the bed is the teal. So I know a lot of us are really gravitating toward this as a great designer color. Then if you'll take a look over here overhead, this is taupe. I also have white. Here is your silver, and finally I have it for you in blue, again in twin, full, queen, king, and my size, cow king. So you've really got a fantastic lineup. This is a one-day only priced item. Lowest price you're going to see on these, Tom, for 6 months. This price goes away at the end of day today, or when the item sells out, whichever happens first.
All right.
So this is really exciting. But who is going to want antimicrobial sheets?
Well, you can start, with the obvious, kids, young kids, school-age kids, but I go quickly to college-age kids, our sons and daughters away at school. Think in terms of dormitories, fraternities, sororities. You know, they say death and taxes are a certainty. If these had been around when I went to school, I can assure you that my mother would have had them on my bed. She would have insisted.
Well, I think so many of us would, because you know what? We want to protect the people we love when we can't be there to do it ourselves, right?
Right, and when you think in terms of long-term care, whether in a skilled nursing facility or if we're lucky enough to take care of the family member at home.
Right.
Or, hey, just when we're not at our best.
Exactly.
I mean, we're in bed as it is for an extended period of time. When we're not feeling well, we're there even longer. So
here's more good news. When you go to wash these sheets as you would normally, and I don't think you need to wash these any more often or any less often than what you would do ordinarily, these go into the washer and the dryer normally. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say think very much like, as you mentioned, modern athletic apparel.
Yeah.
You're talking about something that it feels good, it drapes well, it's durable.
Yeah.
It's more durable than what it replaces.
Right.
It's wrinkle resistant. A really important feature here is, like modern athletic apparel, it wicks moisture away from the skin. But at the end of the day, to your point, it's super comfortable.
And if this antimicrobial feature that's inherent in the fabric, woven into the fabric, in fact, you're going to find that this is going to help reduce bacteria that can cause such things as staph and E. coli. That's incredible. You're looking at something that you're sleeping under that is comfortable, that's soft, that's luxurious, that is also doing its best to be an extra guard for the things that you want to be careful about.
And here's a key point that it maybe is so obvious it escapes us, is they're working all the time. So whether or not they're in use, whether or not they're in your closet, whether you're taking them somewhere,
Right.
they're always doing their job. They're self-sanitizing, as we say, as we opened with.
Exactly. So you're talking about a self-sanitizing sheet, one that that when we did some testing on, we washed it up to 75 times. Is that right?
We washed up to 75 times without any performance degradation whatsoever.
That's amazing. So you're talking about a tremendously popular sheet, one that is durable, one that has that antimicrobial feature woven into the fabric. And we've got all your sizes, twin, full, queen, king, and California king. And we have all your color choices as well. Now, I will remind you again, the color that's on the bed, and Tom, if you'll help me there, just smooth that out a little bit. This is the teal. I've also got it for you in taupe. Beside the taupe is a great white. We don't do a white sheet very often on QVC, and when we do, it's always so popular. So we included a white here. Here is your silver. And then finally, I have it for you in the blue. Now, these are on Easy Pay, 5 easy payments on your credit card. So this is an extraordinary opportunity for you to pick up antimicrobial sheet sets. This offer does expire end of day today or when the item sells out, whichever happens first. That's the whole nature of a one-day only priced item. You should know also, this represents the lowest price you're going to see on this item for 6 months.
Wow.
This is exciting. So we're able to do this. And the same antimicrobial feature, Tom, that's in the sheets is also woven into the pillowcases. And that is something so important because think about what proximity you have to your pillowcase. That's right where your face, your mouth, and your nose are located.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And there's one more feature here love to share.
Please.
We've done something very different here on the cornering system. We want to drive acceptance, and we recognize with so much variability in mattress sizes these days, the founders of the company did something neat. They added this additional piece of fabric, this triangle that you see here.
Right.
And what they did is instead of having the elastic pull to the outside, it pulls to the inside on this triangle. So the effect is it not only allows the fitted sheet to fit a wider variety of mattresses,
Sure.
but it keeps the fitted sheet on the mattress,
Great.
which addresses really the recurring 100-year-old complaint
Of the fitted sheet slipping off the corner when you sit down to put your socks on in the morning, right? And I love that you've got elastic all the way around that fitted sheet.
Yes.
So it's going to really hug the mattress along with this great technology in the corners. Keeping the sheet where it belongs is so much half the battle for many of us. And then on top of that, you've got this antimicrobial feature, which is really extraordinary. So it allows you to begin to understand that there are sheets that can be the kind of thing that are going to help us safeguard against the things that we get more concerned about. Helping to reduce the likelihood of bacteria that can cause things like staph and E. coli. That's pretty extraordinary. You should also know that these are, and as we mentioned here, Tom, self-sanitizing. Tell us what that means.
Self-sanitizing means that, I mentioned they're working all the time, but think of this as an inside-out approach to continuous disinfecting, right? And instead of us doing or taking extra steps to make sure they're clean, as I said, while these are in their closet, they're continuously self-disinfecting, so they stay fresh longer. And, a lot of concerns that we would normally have if we're heading to the country or whatever, again, don't have to have those concerns.
You should remember also your pillowcases are included in your sheet set. So you're getting your flat sheet, fitted sheet, one pillowcase in the twin, 2 pillowcases in the full queen, king, and California king size. Now, I will remind you that the color on the bed is the teal. So this is that really beautiful decorator color we're seeing so often now in all the magazines and very popular among our customers here at QVC. Then we've got taupe, which is a great neutral. Here's your white. We didn't forget about you if you're looking for a really classic white in this. Here is your silver, kind of a dove gray. And then finally, we've got this smoky blue. We call this blue, but when you look at it, you'll see there's some hues of gray in there that I think really kind of mute the blue and make it really, really special and perfect for all your decorating and all of your accessories in your bedroom. This is H213688. Something brand new today as a one-day only priced item, but this price only good until end of day today, and only while the quantity we have in stock lasts. You should know also that this is the lowest price that we'll have on this for 6 months on QVC. So this is extraordinary. Don't miss out on these. As we get ready to wrap this up, I will tell you that this price will be good until end of day today. Tom, thank you, sir. Good to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, pal. This is H213688. Stay on the line here. We've got a lot more coming your way. Now, I do want to update you on our While Supplies Last that we brought you a little earlier in the program, the iRobot Roomba. This is the robotic vacuum with the remote control and the docking station.